It isn't events themselves that disturb people, but only their judgments about them. Epictetus. This wisdom emphasizes the interplay between our perception of events and our emotional responses to them. Essentially, it suggests that it's not the events themselves that stir up turmoil within us, but rather the judgments and interpretations we attach to those events. Let's imagine this as two distinct lenses through which we view the world: the observing eye and the perceiving eye. Our observing eye impartially sees events for what they truly are, objective and uncolored by subjective opinions. On the other hand, our perceiving eye adds layers of meaning, assumptions, and emotions to those events. We must learn to train our observing eye to perceive events objectively and then decide how we want to respond, rather than letting our perceiving eye dictate our feelings. The diseases of the rational soul are long-standing and hardened vices, such as greed and ambition. They have put the soul in a straitjacket and have begun to be permanent evils inside it. To put it briefly, this sickness is an unrelenting distortion of judgment, so things that are only mildly desirable are vigorously sought after. Seneca. Seneca talks about the diseases of the rational soul. These diseases aren't physical illnesses, but rather deeply ingrained and persistent bad habits like greed and ambition. We can see them as vices and mental straitjackets that have become so entrenched in our nature that they restrict our ability to see things as they truly are and make sound judgments. Greed is one of the negative weaknesses that resides in the souls of some. As a pessimist force, it can drive us to make choices that prioritize short-term gains over long-term stability. The crucial point here is for us to recognize that we all have aspects of our behavior influenced by such vices, whether it's greed, ambition, or something else. So to have rational minds, we need to evaluate and improve our actions towards healthier decisions. By doing so, we can prevent our vices from leading us astray and work towards a more balanced and thoughtful approach to life's challenges. Diogenes of Sinope said we sell things of great value for things of very little, and vice versa. Diogenes Laertius. Diogenes of Sinope said that at times we give value to things that are actually not so important, and at other times, we assign low value to things that are truly valuable. This concept continued in Stoicism and was carried forward by philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. In our daily lives, it's easy to get sidetracked. We might observe those around us spending significant amounts of money on things that won't matter in the long run, things they won't be able to take with them when they pass away. This can create the illusion that these are good investments for us too, but in reality, they aren't. Recognizing the difference between what's genuinely important and what's necessary is important. It's about being conscious of how we assign value and making choices that reflect true worth rather than getting caught up in the trap of fleeting and insignificant things towards balancing the real worth of things in life. Life without a design is erratic. As soon as one is in place, principles become necessary. I think you'll concede that nothing is more shameful than uncertain and wavering conduct and beating a cowardly retreat. This will happen in all our affairs unless we remove the faults that seize and detain our spirits, preventing them from pushing forward and making an all-out effort. Seneca. The actual situations in our life where we are unprepared and lack a plan can lead to chaos. It's not that plans are flawless, but when we lack a plan, we're like a group of soldiers without a capable leader heading into a war untrained, vulnerable to becoming overwhelmed and falling apart. Similarly, having a plan in life means we can face challenges without unnecessary stress. Even unexpected setbacks or surprises won't throw us off course because we already have a roadmap to follow. It's about avoiding the struggle of improvising and making decisions on the spot. This notion gives us a sense of direction and purpose with greater stability and confidence. So just as a team needs a game plan to succeed, having a clear plan in life can help us balance what to do in the face of challenges and uncertainties with a clear strategy in mind. Make sure you're not made emperor. Avoid that imperial stain. It can happen to you, so keep yourself simple, good, pure, saintly, plain, a friend of justice, God-fearing, gracious, affectionate, and strong for your proper work. Fight to remain the person that philosophy wished to make you. Revere the gods and look after each other. Life is short. The fruit of this life is a good character and acts for the common good. Marcus Aurelius. Take Marcus Aurelius's life as an intriguing example, and try to understand the life of someone like him, where circumstances led to an unexpected path. He didn't start out as an emperor. It wasn't a deliberate goal of his. Instead, he found himself in that position unexpectedly. Suddenly, he held immense power with vast wealth, control over a mighty army, and rule over an enormous empire. People even viewed him as a godlike figure among humans. It's no wonder that he wrote his reminders, urging himself to stay grounded and not lose touch with reality. Without these, he could have easily lost sight of what truly mattered, getting caught up in the demands of those seeking his attention and favor. And yet, as we consider Marcus's unique situation, we realize that we too are faced with the risk of losing ourselves in various endeavors we undertake, whether big or small. There's a chance we might lose our way in the midst of success. The idea is for us to find balance when we succeed. Even when tempted, we should stick to our character, constantly remind ourselves just like Marcus Aurelius, and let reason guide us, no matter the good luck that comes our way. By doing these, we can choose to act in a manner that fosters harmony, balance, and understanding, even when confronted with judgments for a more stable life. With that, this is again powerful quote. Remember that you are worth it, loved, and appreciated. Until the next video, thank you and see you again.